Hey, it's Hannah from Batman and Batgirl. Today I will be reviewing Teenage Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle baby figures. Now, first off, I want to start with Raphael and Michelangelo. Now, the topping is really nice. I like how they try to make it as accurate on the sides as they can. Now, let's go to the back. I like how they give you a number of characters that you can also choose. So, if you're a new person to all of this, they give you several suggestions that you can do to buy the other toys and know their names. Like, right here it says Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo, and go on. Pretty much, I like how they also do what they're trying to do. Like here, Ninjas in Training Raphael and Michelangelo. Mutant by Mutagen ooze as baby turtles. Their brothers transform and are no longer your average turtles. And go on. I'll give it a minute so you can read it. Now first I want to do Raphael. Yes, I like how they make all this, the skin colors different from the show accurately, and their faces. Now I know the mouth is almost hard to see, and that is kind of difficult to see, but I like how instead of his real little bitty ninja slicers being like this, that's what I'm going to call them. Instead of being the real ones, they're wooden because they're in training. I really like that since they're kids. Now, the weapons are really good, actually. If you can look up close, these weapons are really good. Let me get out of distance where you can see. As you can see, I like how they make a wrapping around it to make it look all wooden and elastic-like. I also like how they try to make it look as accurate as they can to what it originally looked like if it had the paint on it. And it was a real sword. They both are the same, typically the same, so here you go. Now Raphael, he cannot put his arms down straightly, and he can, but there's this thing. You have to put him in a position. He can only stand in this position. No, I mean, his head's on a ball joint, that's good. His arms can move up and down, kind of. His articulation, I would say it's okay. Not great, but it's good enough. I mean, he is a little bit of a turtle, so you can get past it. On this side, it's really great. Let me check if I can do it on this side. Yeah, both sides are really good. You just have to make sure that when you do that, you get it right back. Now, legs don't have any articulation. They do at the waist, but that twist is the shell, which is kind of difficult to do and look cool. So, that's Michael and that's Raphael. Next, let me put him right over here since I've already done them. Next, I want to do Michelangelo. Again, I like how his color is accurate to the movie, to the show. Then again, you cannot really see his smile. That is difficult to see. I really like that his nunchucks are just like that, kind of small, but you might want to be careful. You cannot move the plastic. I would suggest probably leaving it how it is, but if you want, you can try, I don't know, but you could try taking this part out, replacing it with those recyclable wires that you get on Transformers. Try to glue it to there to make it more bendable. Now, the plastic isn't bendable because if you do, it will cause stress marks, and you don't want that because it could break. As you can see, I like how it's trying to make it modern as they can, while make it looking elastic because they're kids. We get the other one to show you. Now let's start on their articulation. Now his legs again are like the turtle shell, or like Raphael. The turtle shell moves, so they don't have a lot of leg motion. Their head is on a ball joint, which I really like, because then their head can move side to side, all around. Well, not really all around, but you know what I mean. And then the arms. Well, his arms can, when you try to put them down, his arms go like this. So his arms can't really go down. And when you try to get the shell all the way together, pretty much looks like this. Yeah, kind of weird, but I mean, I guess since the whole figure they were trying to go for is for this. I mean, since they were trying to go for this, I guess it's okay, but if you try to put his arms down, I'm sorry, that might not happen unless you try breaking off the arm and redoing it, which I would not suggest. Now, I like that the painting, I like that they did the same mask. Again, let me show. let me show, that they do make the masks accurate. See how masks, now I did wish they did have the cut inside Raphael. This might just be a fangirl moment, but I wish they did have the cuts inside his since he is the main fighter. But they don't. And I wish that Mikey's was longer than his, because again, in the show, Mikey's is longer than any others. Anyway, moving on from fangirl moment. Anyway, this toy is a really good price. At Toys R Us, you can get this set of Michelangelo and Raphael and the figures for only about 8 or 10 bucks at Walmart, but at Toys R Us, because we all know that's expensive, it usually takes 11 or 12 bucks, so I would more suggest getting it at Walmart. Now, I will move on. Now I'm going to move on to Donatello and Leonardo. As you can see, yes, I like how they try to make the topping as accurate as they can. They have the reading. Again, they have the reading. Toys that you can suggest for other ones, if you want. Now let's move on to them. I like the cardboard and all, but I already did that one, so first I'm going to start off with Donatello, since I typically like Donatello. Now, I like his staff. Now, even though the staff isn't really going to change at all, it's kind of sad for Donatello. Lonely Forever staff. Anyway, even though it's pretty much not going to change from then on, I still think it's pretty good. I mean, I like how it has the wrapping. You know, it's hard to see the wrapping a little bit, so I'm just going to try to get it closer where you can see. There we go. And I'm pretty much not going to change that much on, but, you know, pretty good. Now, his arms are good on articulation. See, he can put his arms all the way down. Hallelujah. His legs do not have articulation like all the rest. He does the turtle shell. You can twist his head. Now, I do hate this. Why can't they outmark the mouths? Please outmark the mouths sometime. You can. What I would do is I would get a black marker or something and make it more seeable. Because unless you're really up close, you can't see it. Which I think is pretty crappy, but, you know, hey. Now, I like the entire, I think the articulation, since it's supposed to be a little kid's toy from, you can see, 4 and up, you don't want to make it too articulated because then they're able to break it off and put it in their mouth and choke. Now, I wouldn't really recommend that, so I think it's nice that they try to make it as less as they can for 4-year-olds and up. Now, some, since they have a lot of articulation, are 6-year-old and up, but, you know, that's really nice. Moving on to Leonardo, the leader in blue. Now, I really like, but the one thing, one of my biggest flaws on him is that his sword on this arm is loose. You have to put it in a way where it stays in there. Because, like, see, falls at any map. You have to be very careful. You have to put it sideways in there. Because if you don't, like, you can easily slide it out like that, too. Like, see? Easily. Now this one has good holding gripping. I don't know why, but anyway, let's just move on to these. Now again, I like how they like to make them as modern for kids as they can. I really like that. I really like how they throw them to make them look like they're kids and they're learning. I like that. I think that's really cool. Here's the other sword. See? Okay, now moving on to Donatello. Leonardo. Again, leg articulation at this is not very good. I mean, his is worse than the others. It's kind of hard to move him around. It's like moving around a rubber band. On this one, easy, but on him, for some reason, it's like moving around a rubber band. Don't know why. Don't know why. And I like how, again, their colors are different, but what I just noticed is that they also do their shells different colors to make it accurate from the show. I can't believe I just noticed that. Like, see? I can't believe I just noticed that, but will be a moment. His arms can go all the way down. Sadly, only Mikey's the only one that's cannot go all the way down. Again, please color the mouth so I can almost not see it. There we go. Now you can see mouth. Again, please color the mouths, people. I mean, literally, it's like you can almost. Okay, there. Can you? I think you can see it. I think. Yeah. Yeah. Tilted light. There. See? You can finally see the face that really is making me really annoyed. And, like, you can almost never get him in the right position. I mean, I love Donatello. I love Leonardo. But, I mean, this figure is so, like, the twisting him is rubber bandy. You can barely see his mouth. His arms can go all the way down, but if this one has to be sideways and that one has to be that way. Literally, I love him, but, and like, he can barely hold his sword. I mean, I love this dude so much, but I think there is some flaws to the toy, but then again, I really like it. I recommend it for 4-year-olds and up. Then again, it really is good for posing, which most people use it for. Now, out of all, I would like to put my favorites in line. My favorite is Mikey, just because, well, it's Mikey, and then let me set off. This is just my opinion, so you can think whatever you want, but then again, this is my opinion of what I'd like on the toys. This is my order of like. Yeah, I know, kinda geeky, I know. But hey, this is just me. Now, please like this video or subscribe. Again, this is Batman and Batgirl. And tune in to you next time on Batman and Batgirl.